We are on. Is this thing on? We on? All right. What's up, y'all? Family, how's everybody doing this evening? Want to just say thank you, everybody, for tuning in to our episode tonight. We finally back in the house. I got some really esteemed guests here with me again. I got not the Michelle Bryan of WNOV here is with us this evening. What's up, Michelle? What's up, fam? Yeah, fam in the house. Yeah,
my voice is back. I haven't had a voice for some weeks.
Right.
I can talk and represent you.
Right. So we're so glad you can work through all your busy schedules and all your other commitments you got to spend a little time with us this evening. So thank you once again. And my brother from a whole nother mother, Mr. Artemis. What's up, man?
What's going on, man?
I finally got you back here.
Hey,
Trying to track you down and get you back in. You know, it was a minute, but we got you here. So I thank everybody for tuning in again and joining us. We're going to talk about a few things this evening, and let me make sure my peoples can see this.
I have to share.
You gonna share it? Yeah, I'm finna. Yeah, it's weird.
Circumvent everything that they got, so we can't share.
I mean, I wouldn't put it past them. Okay, yep, I see it.
I have to do it twice for some reason.
Oh, twice? Okay.
It's cool.
And then hold on, I gotta always send this to my aunts and my mama because they always say, I don't know how to get on there. When I get on there, I can't talk and I be trying to comment and I be screaming at the thing. So I'm gonna send this to them separately so they can get on and be commenting because they be getting on my case if I don't send it to them. You didn't send me the link. Let me send it to my peoples real quick and then we can jump right into it. Let me see. Here we go. All right, sent. You gonna share? Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. But they say, hold on. There we go. Okay. We're in business now. Now we're cooking with hot fish grease. You got it now. All right. Perfect. So, topics. And I always, Michelle, I just admire people that are in radio like yourself. So I always wondered, like, how do y'all come up with topics? You know, I had to realize, like, something happening every day. Every day
all
there's something
day,
going on. All
every
day.
hour on the hour.
Every day.
Yeah, every hour. I mean, it'll depend though. Like I will definitely get on something for a second.
Yeah.
If I find myself like harping on education, then like literally you can tell the ebbs and flows of my show.
Yes.
What's bothering me at the moment. And these days I straight walk in the studio. I have no idea. I've heard a million things that I could talk about. But I have no idea what the day is going to bring. So I probably do that one day a week where I just like walk in the studio and I'm like, while I'm driving in, I'm like, I'll talk about this, and this. And as soon as, I sit down, the fellas in the studio blow the whole show up. And, I ended up talking about, lettuce at all.
Them cats, man. Man, Debo and Rhino be giving you the business every day.
Ridiculous. And there's really something wrong with you, man. It's
just off of how was your weekend? And then it gets y'all go through this. It cracks me and my son. Y'all crack. Yes.
And then the old ladies be getting mad at me because I'll be shutting them down when they be talking about church. I'm like, man, we've been talking about church for 18 minutes. That's a whole segment of the show.
Absolutely.
So yeah, so no,
cracks me up every morning.
You gotta know, just trying to figure it out. We all got a different process for what we do, but mine is whatever is like I said, whatever I'm trying to drive home are the stories that I'll end up, leaning to.
Gotcha. Yeah, and that's what I was taking a page out of your book. I've been doing the same thing. Like it's kind of whatever's going on because there's so much, and that's what we kind of key in on. And I always tell folks, I'm gonna tell y'all now, disclaimer: the way we start may not be the way we're gonna end tonight. Because one person told me, y'all was all over the place today. Yeah, that's how it be. we just gotta cover
That's
everything.
the great thing about organic conversation.
Yes, yes.
And when you have people, because even though people can be like-minded,
Mhm.
the approach to that conversation can be very different.
Yes.
And then, you literally can get to getting on that rabbit hole and branch off into different areas. And there's sometimes I think it's healthy and it's best just to let it go. Let the conversation go where it's gonna go.
Yes,
you
definitely.
never know what you're gonna get at.
Definitely.
Agree with that.
Yeah.
My favorite thing is intellectual discourse. Like if you got
Look
some
at you dropping your word.
Yeah.
Discourse. Jermaine, can you spell it?
got you right on.
Discourse. That's that Greenfield.
Greenfield, right? Greenfield education. Greenfield
No,
education.
but seriously, because there are so many layers to a topic to where you can just stay on the surface and don't really touch nothing. But like you said, you get to that rabbit hole, you don't know where the different tunnels gonna pop out and where you gonna come up at. So
Definitely.
That's a beautiful thing right there.
And I'm always impressed with people's ability to go. And when I say go, I mean just like you will see people draw on things that they've read, experiences that they've had, conversations that surprise you. Like, okay, I see you, Einstein. I didn't, because we've never scratched the surface. To your point, we've never gone below that surface.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you hear people, and some people, like I always see Representative Myers, Myers, because she's just a walking book.
She is,
and her vocabulary works my nerves. It's like, dude, could you use words that people know? I don't have time for it.
We don't call her Doc Myers for nothing, right? Right.
She's irritating. She's so Keith is right behind her. These are folks at our station. But I respect, and I tell people all the time, like, the thing for me, the sexiest thing on earth is a brother that's intelligent.
Yes.
Like, oh my God. Like, I'm sorry, sir. What you said, discourse? Well, let's have that. Let's have that. Like, you can put Idris over right there. But if this brother talking about we gonna have some discourse, Idris, can you match that? You can't match that? I have to call you later, fam. It's just nothing like intelligence.
Yeah, definitely. But it seems like we're lacking a lot of that nowadays. I'm just saying, as we segue into a couple of things. What's up, Creisha? She says, "Hey, y'all. Hey. Yeah. So I would call myself a White House enthusiast. Since the age of 8, I just took a liking to the White House. Why? I don't know. And I've gotten so many. It was always easy for my parents to get me Christmas gifts because they kind of already knew what I was going to want. Either something about the White House, something about Star Trek, or something about wrestling. And those were my just things growing up. I loved it. And it's funny to me how this man is able to come in and do what he did to that building. One person. And that goes back to what you were saying earlier on your show, Michelle. One person come in, wreck shop like that.
123-year worth of history.
Gone.
And I mean, you're hearing this sentiment raised by people who are not these sentimentalists.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, oh my God, I'm wrapped in the flag. I love the country. The White House is amazing. But it's just, for some people, it's just principle.
Yeah.
It's just some things you don't do.
Correct.
You just show deference and respect.
Correct.
And, I made the connection on my show this morning, and I had already thought this, but I love that the folks over at the Women's Fund here in Milwaukee put this whole thing together. They did a piece about the symbolism of this being the wing of the White House where women gather.
Correct.
First Lady's offices were there.
Correct.
And, those iconic pictures of Michelle Obama, Jackie O, all these different women were in that office.
Yeah.
That photo when Barack Obama's running down the hall, and I think that's Bo.
Yeah. When they first got the dogs,
That's all that.
It's gone.
And just the idea, but I said, if you think about his relationship, his being Donald Trump, his relationship to women. He cheated on every wife you ever had.
Every last one.
Melania pregnant while you up in the brothel, getting busy with Stormy. 19 plus women come out and accuse you of sexual assault. Grab them by the pee.
Yeah.
The derogatory way you talk about women what's old girl? She was bleeding from all her, her different.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
like he's so crass and disgusting when it comes to women. So the fact that this would be the person to tear down the wing of the White House that had been most associated with women, no surprise.
Horrid thing. And with the White House being a national museum is what it is. And people don't realize that the president lives on the second and third floor of the main mansion. So the rest of the house is national museum, and you can't touch certain areas because of it being a historic site. You would think, right?
Well,
you would think.
If I may.
Yes, you may.
He has shown time and time again that he does not operate in the parameters of the law.
Correct.
Because if we're just being real, he should be arrested for treason right now.
Correct.
Because he has gone against the Constitution, which he swore an oath to, and has done the complete opposite. He's done everything in his power to be arbitrary to what that is and contrary to what the Constitution says. But it doesn't help because he doesn't know what the Constitution says.
They don't care.
Remember in that video, he pointed to the Declaration of Independence and said the Constitution. That should tell you everything you need to know about our sitting president. And I say our because unfortunately and unfortunately, we are Americans.
No, bro, I can't claim him.
I was gonna say I'm going to finish it. I was gonna say, bro, I ain't claiming him.
You see, because Omar just got done defending him. I didn't even read the story because I was so appalled. But somebody came for him that was not American; it was a foreigner. And she was like, "You will not speak about our president." And I was like,
"What?
Yeah." So I didn't even
Representative. What?
Yeah, I didn't even check it out because when I saw the title, I was like, "Girl, stop playing." You can say whatever you want to say about him. Couldn't care less. Couldn't care. I'm sorry. I can't.
I'm gonna have to go read that one.
Because we show a level of deference and respect that's not given to us day after day. This individual
day after day
fine with the destruction of the Black family. He is fine lying on our community, calling us, cheats when it comes to voting right here in Milwaukee.
Correct.
He basically called us a bunch of voter fraud here in Milwaukee. So it's like that's the one thing to me that sometimes we need to take stock of ourselves because that Michelle Obama, when they go low, we go high. No, I'm gonna sit right there with you, player.
Yeah.
And you gotta hope
you have to
go lower than you.
Yeah.
And I mean, I get it, but sometimes you gotta tap people back.
Yes.
You do.
You gotta fight fire with fire.
Every once in a while, you gotta tap folks back.
Yep.
So
all this you on that limb by yourself, bro.
Listen, y'all hilarious. You missed the air quotes behind.
You see, I did. It need to be bigger, man. You gotta put them up. You gotta put them up.
Right. Listen, the only I say that in unity. However, America, as we know it, and more specifically, United States of America, because let's just be real, we don't talk about the rest of them. Like such an idiot, he don't know that he's the president of Puerto Rico. Or
you have brothers don't know.
So, I mean, right?
No, what was the football player Eric Dickerson?
Yes, yeah.
But
really?
That's fine for them to not know that. I take extreme issue with somebody sitting in the highest authority not knowing who you lord and govern over.
Well, but look, when you think about what does the requirement say you have to be president of the United States?
And it ain't a degree.
Over age 35. 35, right. A naturally born citizen.
Correct.
What else?
It was minimum knowledge.
It's like 3 things.
Yeah. Remember,
that's no educational requirements.
None.
There are none.
And now you can be a 34-time convicted felon.
Well, but at
you could
level,
before, actually.
Because that's why.
But that was never
what's his name?
a disqualifier.
Exactly.
Gary George keep running against Congresswoman Gwen Moore because he's a convicted felon.
Yes, he is.
And the only place that you can play in public service again in terms of running for elected office is at the federal level.
Yep.
And that's done by design.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Some of these cats knew they was gonna catch some felons, so they put in some protection. They knew they was gonna catch him. It was a matter of time. And here we got this cat First one out the gate, 34 felony.
34.
Man.
And
It had more than that. Had what, over 90?
I mean, had those other cases not gone away with his reelection.
Yeah.
That was
Oh, yeah.
And now to see the prosecutors all being brought up on charges.
Yeah.
Jack Smith
Yeah.
brought up on charges.
Crazy.
You know, Letitia,
Craziness.
even though Tish did came out swinging.
Oh,
That's my girl.
Oh, girl ain't playing.
When she ran,
Tish ain't playing. She ain't
was
playing with him.
Yeah.
She ain't playing with
I'm
him.
coming to holler at you.
Yeah.
So that was a problem.
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
absolutely.
James Comey, you know.
Yeah.
Don't really
I don't. Right.
But
I
what
don't.
did
But
like,
I get what
did
you're
like
saying.
what they did to his daughter.
Yeah.
Because his daughter,
came after her.
She's just doing her job.
Correct.
And this young woman
Yeah.
gets caught up.
Caught strays. Yeah, she got some strays. Yeah. Yeah.
You know, but you get caught up. And
Yep.
you know, but
Yep.
when I just think about all of the people that have worked so hard, career employees,
Career.
CQ Brown in the military.
Yes.
You know, all these women.
It's the second black chairman of the Joint Chiefs,
Yeah.
correct? Yeah.
You know, we just had the brother who, with these attacks that's happening off of Venezuela and the Caribbean,
Mhm.
it was a brother that was over the Navy units that were running those exercises. He just said, hey, it's a wrap for me. I'm done.
Wow.
And, you know, and there are questions because he raised concerns. They just killed 14 more people either yesterday or today.
And when did that become, you know, sidebar, when did selling drugs become a death penalty?
It's not.
You know what I'm saying? It's like,
America,
what is
not.
we doing?
And the
Reagan
fact
took
that they
office.
say
I
what?
said where Reagan took off.
I mean, but
No, but on the
War on drugs.
right? On a serious note, it hasn't been.
it's not. You know,
Right. I'm like,
but
what
the
is
fact
this
and then look, so that they did after everybody, including Rand Paul, said we haven't seen the drugs. Where the drugs at?
Yep.
And then
We ain't gonna see
all
it.
of a sudden, they had the photo out.
Yeah,
and
manufactured.
it was about a package.
I mean,
it was all the packages neatly floating in the
Uh-huh. Yeah, that's
But the
crap.
boat just got blew up.
That's
Right,
crap.
so-
Right.
How did
Right.
the boat just got blew
So they
up?
just all in a neat
It's
circle
right,
right
it's
here.
right here.
Yeah, I saw that. I'm
Well,
like, oh,
what kind
come
of
on.
saran wrap is on that? Because I need that. The boat just got blew up. Because my food be going bad. What kind of saran wrap survived the bomb?
Right.
Man.
You know, so I'm like, oh, this is not real. You
At
made
all.
it. Come on.
I done watched Scandal
You
too many
made this
times.
up.
I think, yeah, you can't.
Honestly,
Nah.
one of the biggest
No.
issues, and one thing I will say that I'm proud of the slow to approach Americans is what I'm gonna call them.
Slow to approach Americans.
Yes.
Okay.
Slow to approach Americans. Is that they're starting to actually tap into their common sense and start questioning what's in their face. It ain't enough of them.
Hey, Erica.
But it's a handful to where they're starting to look at them. I was like, that don't look right. Something is off about that. This needs to change. Now, what bothers me about that is we, the black people, I can't say we the people because we ain't included in them. Black and brown are separated by and. We have been saying this since forever. We have been telling people to pay attention since forever. The whole, I don't have to explain what stay woke mean to nobody in this room.
No.
That's not a movement. It's literally, hey, watch your back. They doing whatever. Da 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 da. We all know what that means. They took something out of context and created a movement. And I'm put because it's not. It's really not.
That's what they call it. The woke movement.
Yeah,
Right.
the woke.
They call it that. Yeah.
It is a black colloquialism.
But all of these.
Another one.
Dropping them
Another one.
It's what it is.
But I
Yes.
mean, all of it is intended to divide.
Of
by
course.
design.
Correct.
You
Of
look at
course.
Chris Rufio, the architect behind critical race theory,
Mhm.
and
TRT,
taking
yes.
something that was
Yes.
there, discussed in college classrooms.
Mhm.
A lot of
Mhm.
legal, scholars who had looked at this, Kim Crenshaw, a number of other folks. Kim wasn't the first. She
Mhm.
certainly is the name that became most popular with it. But he talked about like we gotta find something to amp up the base,
Mhm.
something because what they're doing is they're creating distractions. So while you got white folks jumping up and down about critical race theory, they just transferred wealth
Yep.
from middle class people and working class people to the richest people in the world.
Right there in our face.
But you at the school board meeting talking about, I don't want my child to learn about critical race theory.
Right.
The child is also about to not learn about home ownership and investment
Yep.
And credit and loans,
because
all that.
You sat up and fell for the okie doke.
Yep.
And that's all it was. It was a distraction.
Yep.
Yeah, and let's
Yep.
not talk
That
about
was
the
a mass
literacy
distraction.
rate
Oh,
and
Jesus.
how in the toilet that is. So now you're pulling out more funds and resources to get books and get teachers in there qualified to teach them. Y'all dumb. So
But
you're not
again,
teaching your kids to
they-
read. They don't even know what phonics like.
they
phonics
telling
is.
you how they value education when they put the wrestling lady
Man,
over.
yo, when they brought
No, what's going on here? For a second time. Remember, she was in there the first.
You're fired.
Right. Right. Not second time. Remember the first term she was in there as
She wasn't the secretary.
She was secretary of something. I forgot what she was.
I mean, all of this is
commerce or
nonsense.
something like. It was something
like
stupid.
these are the most
But Vince paid a lot of money
incompetent
for
and
them
unqualified people I have ever seen in my life.
Oh yeah.
You know, and it's just
Yeah.
insult to injury.
Yeah, it
that
is.
this is the standard. And I think what we see happening here locally, you know, when the folks are up in arms down at MATC, you know, the federal government, Donald Trump's mandate, get rid of any DEI, diversity, equity, inclusion initiatives, programming, Office of Minority Affairs, Office of Black Student, Affairs, Hispanic, Latino, whatever. And then MATC just rushes out and fires all the people of color.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you don't try to find no place for people to go. You don't try to figure this out.
Nothing.
You just fire all the people of color.
Huh? What? You can?
Yeah.
I got it on. Really?
Yeah, you got it on Do Not Disturb.
Lordy. Okay. And that was just notifications.
All right, now I was gonna say that's shotgun mic is close.
It's definitely
Wow,
shotgun
it's
mic
picking up
for real.
everything.
What was that? Right.
Yeah, that feedback.
Yeah.
But no, you're absolutely right. But again, I say this isn't anything that we were unaware of. Anybody who was paying attention to how things were going,
did it again?
We said this is where we were going to land.
Yeah.
And
I mean, but we still, and I think it's fair to say we, because 85% of Black folks that voted Democrat, in terms of the presidential election.
Mhm.
We did have that nice little 15% peel off though.
Yeah, we did.
And join the foolishness.
Yep.
And running around town feeling special. But the detriment to the community, and every time I run into some of these cats, I'm like, so hey, let me ask you, how's that working out for the people?
They can't tell you.
And quite frankly, I can't even tell you.
Yes.
How is it working out?
We literally had that conversation. What, just last week? Was at the restaurant? Yeah. We literally sat around and had that very same conversation. You just said.
And we came up with what?
Nothing. We came up short is what we came up.
And so to see a number of HBCUs had people from Turning Point USA and Blexit, a number of these white organizations landed on Black college campuses, trying to recruit young Black people to join, lock arms with them. And I'm like, so did y'all see all them Black folks stomping for Donald Trump during the election? What's his Byron
Donald,
that Florida, Tim Scott, went and married a whole white lady, thinking that they're gonna accept me, and now he done married her for nothing.
And you have nothing to show for it.
That's what you got a wife,
right?
You got a wife out the deal that you wasn't otherwise planning to have
at all.
And so, none of these people got cabinet positions. None of these people got taken care of.
Nothing.
There is one Black man in Donald Trump's cabinet. You never see him.
Right.
We always get HUD for some odd reason. I don't know what.
Democrats and Blacks.
Yep. Always HUD.
Always get HUD.
Yep.
And even here, now in HUD, this brother is sitting up saying, "Oh, you receive public housing assistance? Yeah, we're looking at putting a 2-year limit on that."
Yep.
Sir, some of these people have disabilities. They senior citizens.
Well, you clearly they clearly don't care about disabled.
But but to be able to have a Black face, the Black person be the face of, we're gonna limit housing help to 2 years.
Of course.
So then what? You got veterans that are disabled that are living in public housing.
Correct.
So what does that mean when we say you got a 2-year window on public housing?
It means that the Great White Hope can come in now, because I had a Black man in position who told you that you only have 2 years. So then the Great White Hope is going to come in. We're going to take away that 2-year limit and make it seem better. It's been the same smoke and mirrors game since redlining started. Like it's the same thing. They use us to talk to us because this is like, oh, I feel more comfortable speaking to somebody who looks
I mean,
like
definitely.
me.
Yeah, I'm definitely
Right. So
Yeah.
it's with that same ideology. It's the same thing that, the rural white people, rednecks, whatever you want to call them. It's the same thing. I'm going to get somebody who can talk on your level. It does me no good to be an intellectual to people who don't understand what I'm saying. Because now you just attacking me with your words. You know I don't know what that means. Bring it down to my level. You get somebody just as dumb, but he's in position, but I can reach them.
Or you find folks that are actually, adept at playing dumb.
Absolutely.
And that too. Yes, yeah.
Because we have definitely shared.
I'm sorry. It looked like it was like at my throat. So I'm like, wait a minute. Am I?
It's a shotgun, Mike. Doc is picking up all of that.
Yeah, I'm sorry, people out there in TV land. Sorry, y'all. TV land. Yeah. Well, and that leads us into our next kind of topic tonight is the SNAP benefit that's supposed to be ending as of November 1st. You know,
Oh, you know what? That's so real. I need to play that on the show. I had done
man.
it had for me. I'm still with that. It had not for me to
It's funny you say that, bro, because that song got some real meaning now.
You take it for granted.
Yeah.
You take it for granted. Oh my God.
Yeah. Wake up.
Thank you.
Yeah, and y'all,
November 1st, I'll be ready on Monday when I come back. I'll be ready when I come back on Monday.
Because it's gonna be rough, and I don't think and
40 million people.
40 million people, yeah.
40 million people are going to be impacted by SNAP benefits being on hold. I was corrected on the show today, and I was pleasantly pleased to hear that. If you are someone who receives food stamps or SNAP, EBT, whatever you want to call it, in Wisconsin, if you have some benefits that are still on your card that you have not spent, you don't have to rush to the store by the 31st to spend them. That money will be available in November.
It will.
You won't.
Well, let me look it up because Pick and Save said they weren't accepting EBT.
And so stores may have the right to not accept them. Yeah. But there was a statement sent to people letting them know that you could still spend what was on your card, but you won't get any new allotment of benefits that'll be added. But I'm sure there will be stores that will pick and choose if they want to be bothered.
And you know what really gets me though, what I've been seeing, I just been seeing online, and I think just folks is either trying to just do clickbait or just trying to have something to say. Folks making fun of people, losing their benefits and all that. That's not cool. That's actually evil. Because we don't know what these people have gone through.
It's coming to them.
We don't know, why. My former mentor always told us this when I used to work at the halfway house. I was case manager, and she always told us, we are all about 2-3 paychecks away from the poorhouse.
Yeah.
So don't be walking around, don't be walking around, and she would say that to the white people that worked with us. Don't be walking around with your head.
Like they can't hear you.
Yeah, right.
to the white people.
Yeah, she would say that because sometimes people walk around with airs, and she would always tell us that, like, don't be walking around with your head, stuck up, because you could be.
Tell everybody never say never. I have learned to
always
never say never.
I just can't stand that.
Some respect.
Show some respect.
I tell people all the time, there is nothing luxurious, cool, chill about being poor. When you are under those guidelines, poverty guidelines, to be eligible for these benefits, the hustle is real.
Yes.
People get mad at folks because folks have figured out the art of the hustle.
Yes.
But Black folks have always figured out the art of the hustle. But we are not the primary, bulk user of those services.
Correct.
That's going to show up. It is a whole bunch of folks in rural America that utilize SNAP benefits.
Anybody get hit hard.
And again,
hard.
All we got to do is wait our turn.
Yeah.
Because there's a whole bunch of Black women, over 350,000, who had jobs making minimum $50,000, $60,000 a year. But more 80, 90, $100,000 a year jobs. Prince George's County in Maryland is the richest Black community in America.
Yes.
But many of those people are doing well because they had government jobs.
Correct. And now they don't.
One of the ways to break the Black community
Take away
was to
jobs.
break black wealth.
Yep.
So you got all these black women who were running all these departments and working in the federal government
Mm-hmm.
who now are in food pantry.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So this is
Some of
sad.
that's by design.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's by because what demographic has been the most supportive demographic to the Democratic Party?
Black women
Black women.
have been the backbone of
So
the
when you
Democratic
see,
Party.
so none of it, like while it may look like a coincidence, and I'm not a big conspiracy theorist, but some of these things you do got to connect some dots.
Yes. Yes.
This
Definitely.
was very deliberate that
Definitely.
all these sisters are out.
Right.
Speaking of, can we go a little further down that rabbit hole?
Go ahead.
Hey, let's go.
So, what the average American has not paid attention to, it started, I want to say, about 5 years ago. These random fires that hit all of the farm, right? So, and they all said mysterious fire. They don't know how they started. Fast forward. People are losing SNAP benefits. You know what that's going to cause? Another food shortage. Because they're not going to produce as much because consumers aren't buying. The food that's sitting there is going to go bad.
Mm-hmm.
People are going to start, and people have said it on social media, they're going to start writing, like, you better get out my, this is a black woman, you better get out my way when you see me coming, because I got a family to feed. The one thing that Donald Trump is really hoping for, and I will say apparently is hoping for, is martial law.
Yeah. So he can
Thank you. And a lot of people don't know that clause.
Mm-hmm.
If martial law is enacted, there can be no election.
That's not true. That's not true.
In 2028,
Because we've gone, we held elections, wars. So on one hand, while I understand the rationale and what people try to put forward, if we can be in the middle of a war, we voted during the Civil War.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And we're fighting each other. We weren't fighting, someone on another territory, another country. That was internal fight.
Correct.
And we still had elections. But I think the broader point is, or the thing I'll say that I certainly, would end up having to co-sign possibly what you're saying, is that it would require us having people that were willing to uphold existing law.
Yeah.
And
Right.
we do not have those people.
Correct. They
That
give
are
him a
empowered.
blank check to
Because,
do
we
whatever.
got people that will uphold it, but they are not empowered.
Correct.
And so
All been removed.
they now we just outright, I hope everybody is paying attention to these cases coming out of Texas and out of Florida, where they are redrawing
Redistricting. Yeah.
maps.
Yep.
So that Donald
Yep.
Trump says, you know what? I don't have a big enough bulletproof majority in the House of Representatives. I need y'all to redraw those maps. So, and it's some districts in this country where, let's just say somebody has 11 representatives, and you get these based on population.
Mm-hmm.
You got 11 representatives, and already in one state, of the 11, 7 are Republicans. But the Republicans have decided to come in and redraw the maps so that they will get 10 seats.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And so all the folks that lean Democrat or progressive, they will get 1 representative in Congress. What can I do? What can I do? And they are literally telling the whole playbook, we are going to rig, and the Supreme Court has allowed them to.
And they're
do that.
definitely complicit.
The fact
They're
that,
definitely complicit.
but the fact that after he's done, because he won't, I don't believe that I don't think he's very unhealthy. I don't
Oh,
think
he
he's
look like
even
he got-
gonna.
Yes, I'm wrong.
Yeah.
With
And there's no way that
Some
JD Vance
cankles.
thinks
Yeah,
that
that-
they're going
that's
to
exactly
even
right.
allow him to do half
She
of
said
the
that's
things.
the
No,
door.
that's
Yeah, that's done. All
Yeah.
of that is done. I don't know why I don't think they're going to prison. They're not going to prison. They're
But
going.
you know what? Well,
I believe they're going.
like, and this is the crazy thought I just had this morning. Because they was talking about him still putting his makeup on his hands, covering
Oh, yeah.
whatever
Mhm.
Yeah.
is going on. Then he had to go get additional MRI. And like, if
Yeah.
you're so healthy, partner, why you go before your normally scheduled visit to go get this done?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I had a moment where I was like, man,
The Simpsons were right.
if this man if this man messed around and died in office,
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
JD Vance is a whole fool.
He's
No,
a whole
I don't-
fool, and he's a smarter
I
fool.
don't think they're gonna even allow JD to get even close. I don't think he's even
No,
gonna do
When
it.
Trump
No,
dies
it's-
in
no,
office, it's
it's-
No,
automatic.
I get that part, but
Yeah.
I think that's when they all run in and say, "Hey,
No,
all
they're gonna run in and say nothing. They're gonna have to kill him. They're gonna run in and say
whatever they decide,
Yeah.
whichever one works."
because the way it's set up, he will be the president.
No, I'm saying that's probably when they'll lay out all of the law. Now, I don't think he's
you'll
ever.
see pushback because they don't
Yeah.
like
Trump,
JD.
Trump
Right,
is
yeah,
Trump
don't
is
like JD at all.
vicious.
He don't like
He's
JD.
He
vicious.
didn't fell out of favor with him
Yeah.
now.
JD doesn't have the goal to do half of the things that Trump does. I don't believe
Let
that.
me
to
tell
be
you
true.
something. Anybody that said he was having sex with couch cushions and put it in a book on page 191,
We'll
of
we'll
Hillbilly
fold.
Elegy,
We'll
oh, he'll
fold.
do everything.
He'll fold.
He'll do
Smart.
To me, he's way more ruthless than Trump.
Yeah.
He's way more ruthless.
He's
than
more
Trump.
cunning
You know, you married to a brown woman and you dog brown people on a daily basis.
on a daily.
Like this man, if you watch him when he talks, he looks so evil.
Mhm.
And lying is second nature.
Mhm.
And he can explain away, dismiss away anything.
Yes.
And then when he tried to big boy the president of Ukraine, he was like a dog on a leash. They had to pull him back like, slow your roll.
But that was them feeding him, though. I think they were fueling him during that.
They
but
were,
when,
but
I'm
so,
yeah,
saying
they were.
when
They
Trump,
definitely were.
when Trump goes away, though, I'm saying the way they gonna play him like a fiddle, he won't be able to handle that. Because Trump doesn't even listen either. He doesn't listen.
No.
But JD tries to run run behind him like that. He's not even fit for that role.
I just don't know what happens when JD is unleashed. I just
Oh yeah.
I
Unleash JD.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Yeah.
But I don't think he's gonna have as much as be able to move like that.
I think that Republicans will there because they don't want him to be.
At that
Yeah,
point, right?
they'll probably let him
So
hang.
now you'll
They'll
see
probably
some
hang.
pushback. You'll see,
Yeah.
three actual, or maybe two co-branches of government because the Supreme Court has just checked out.
Oh God, yeah, they just
But let's just also
Nothing.
be clear that because Republicans are thieves,
Mhm.
Mitch McConnell and his
He
band-
drops dead every time. He dies every time someone asks him a question. He
like,
falls
you
on the
just
ground.
falls, right? He just falls
somebody
down.
would dress as Mitch McConnell for Halloween, and they asked him, "Oh, who are you?" And they just said Frozen. And it's like,
He should have hit the floor. 'Cause that's all he do. Every time I ask him a real question, he hit the floor.
Right, he
just,
just falls out.
but
That's all he
you
can do.
still a Supreme Court appointee
Yes.
from Biden,
Yes,
still one from Obama, and literally using opposite ends of rationale
correct.
for the theft.
Yes, yes.
So the Supreme Court, that's lost for a while.
Oh yeah,
You
for a
know,
long while.
what they're getting ready to do with Clarence Thomas leading the charge to kick the last leg out from up under the 1965 Voting Rights Act.
Yep. Yep.
We're gonna be back to 1950
Yep.
in terms of not having anywhere to go for legal redress when we have been discriminated against in terms of creating these districts and having fair representation.
Yes.
We can be in trouble.
Major trouble.
That's when you gonna get an all-time high.
Will it?
I feel like
Really?
you know what? No, I know where you're going with that. Because they done already set the stage to make sure that we docile enough and afraid to act and do and move, don't have enough information to do that. I was listening to NPR today. They said when Trump got reelected, never have they seen so many liberals go take gun training classes.
And they
Because they are afraid. That is literally what came out of
But
everybody's
I mean,
mouth.
but you need to understand, and I say this,
I
and
can
I've
see
said
that.
this on my show many times. For all that people say about gun violence and black people and guns, we are nowhere near as strapped up as white people.
Oh, absolutely.
And when you have Wisconsin passing laws that allow 7 and 8-year-old children to be using firearms
Mhm.
under the guise of hunting,
Hunting. Yep.
Mhm.
these
Yep.
kids in other communities are getting trained
early on.
way. So it is disproportionate in terms of gun ownership in this country, even though I think they say it's like 330-some million guns in this country. It's something so crazy. But we are not, and so people realize, like, I'm really not strapped. I'll never forget, I was on the radio and black people called me in a panic because there were white men riding on the back of a pickup truck, all holding AR,
AR-15s.
and ride.
Mm.
And Black people literally in their cars. And I felt on one hand so crazy for my community because how you call me first?
Right. And not
But
the
they
police.
wanted me to warn other people
Mhm.
this is happening. They riding through the block. Some people said, no, they was here, you know, under like some, you know, guys of protection or what, you know, and other people was like, no, I'm not trying to hear that. But it dawned on a lot of people in that moment. If these people start, you know, busting caps, I have nothing.
Yeah.
Fully automatic.
Yeah.
I have nothing.
At all.
And some people don't have
No.
that old silver. What was it? 45.
45.
That your
Yeah.
that your grandma in the house. You don't even
You
have
didn't
that.
have that. Right.
You know, so look, I'm all about gun ownership. I'm sorry. You know,
Likewise.
I may not have an AR-15, but you're gonna need to holler. You're gonna need to holler at me.
That's a good one.
Like my son said, you
You need to
you
holler.
want to stop him or you want to kill him, but you better be able to do something to protect yourself. And
Yeah.
the fact that we gotta have this conversation, I'm sorry, we gotta have this conversation.
Yes. Yes.
We gotta
Yes.
have it.
Yep.
It's uncomfortable. It sounds crazy to say it out loud, but our community is not strapped.
Nope.
Nor are we trained like that.
What?
And that's the biggest thing.
Yeah.
You can have a gun all day long. If you shooting like this, or you just
Like all that stuff in the
doing
movie.
this,
Yeah. Right.
or
Yeah.
you
That.
sitting there throwing your arm, you need to control your firearm. Fire after you breathe out or when you're not breathing, because you breathe out, it drops. Little things like that your average shooter don't know.
I mean, and for
Me.
the folks that are yeah, because for the folks that are uncomfortable by this conversation, you know, that we just need to understand how we got here.
Right. Yes.
How do we get here?
Yes.
So when we talk about civil war and doing things to create division and angst amongst people and pitting this man against this man, you know, this is by design. When we went back to the Willie Horton Act.
Mm.
And if you don't know what that is, look it up.
Yeah. Folks,
But
go ahead and
you go-
Google that.
All
Willie
of that
Horton.
to win an election.
Yep.
I need to put the fear of God in the white people that Black men are looking to rape and, you know, and harm your women
And pillage. Yeah.
pillage and do everything.
Yeah.
And so this is how you keep power.
When it was y'all who rape and pillage people.
I'm just saying, this is how you keep power.
Just saying.
That's funny. I just had that conversation over in Chicago. Like, all the things to torture people. That's what you came up with? Raping people?
I mean, but it's
Raping men?
no, but I mean, if you think about it historically, because the one thing that you always, you know, saw is that protecting white chastity, white
Mhm.
female women, you know, it was the hallmark of your manhood, your masculinity,
Mhm.
and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And so, and it was also the easiest thing to say and to do, and to just start put people in a frenzy.
Yes.
And that, you know, and that's why I.
Oh, come on.
I'm just saying that's
Come on,
why
let's
it's
go
just
there,
so
let's go.
funny sometimes when you see the stuff that you see, because
Yeah.
you realize how race was used
Yes.
in that way.
And continues to be used that way,
And
honestly.
people keep falling for it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, so but yeah, that back to your original where we start seeing how that went.
Always.
Yeah, but
Always.
We
Yeah.
got people that's gonna be in severe trouble.
Yeah.
And
Severe.
we are on day 28, I believe.
Yep.
Of the shutdown, yeah.
The first one went 35 days.
Okay.
So I don't
I was trying to
don't
remember how
doubt that
long the
we
first
will
one. Yeah.
surpass that. One of the things I've said on my show, remind people of Republicans do have the ability to do what they call the nuclear option. That's how they ended up still in the Supreme Court, because instead of having 60 votes that's required to be able to get this clean bill through, they would only need, I don't know if it's 54 or 56, but they would need fewer votes. It might even be 50. I'm gonna have to go back and look. I haven't paid attention to it in a minute. But so that's being bandied about, because people Republicans are not crazy. They
At
know
all.
they have districts that's getting ready to be hurt,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and they're only going to
And
be
they
able
don't
to
care.
stand so much hurt.
Which is why Margaret Taylor Greene is now speaking up.
I mean, but Marjorie said my 2 kids are
Mhm.
impacted. If her kids wasn't impacted,
She wouldn't care.
and she didn't represent
It was,
Podunk, whatever, Georgia.
Right. Whatever that is.
would
Right.
she care?
It was a let them
You
eat
know,
cake
but,
situation.
You know, it's different when your kids come home and say, "Hey, I'm not going to be able to afford health care and you like, you can't come stay here.
Yeah.
But y'all see them premium increases though?
Oh, yeah.
I was just saying.
That's what we was talking about before we came on.
25,000. Some people say 6,400, 16,000.
13,000.
Yeah, these numbers are real. And
Yeah.
why?
Horrid.
Because we want to brag about how advanced we are as a nation, but we can't figure out a way to make sure that people don't die of senseless things.
Yeah.
Oh, we can. We don't want to.
Exactly.
It's greed.
Exactly.
Because we did.
My godfather went to the hospital for 2 days about a month ago, and the bill came. His insurance, he only had to pay $135 towards this bill, but the bill was $14,000 for 2 days. And I looked on the itemization. Aspirin, for one aspirin, he was charged $4.04 for one tablet.
One aspirin.
One aspirin.
Jeez.
You can buy a whole bottle of
For
aspirin.
that same
For
price.
$5.
You can get 30.
Mm-hmm.
They charged him $4.04 for one aspirin. And so you realize, and then y'all buying in bulk.
Right. It's not like right.
So really?
Y'all be pressing it downstairs. Talking about buying it in bulk.
Look, do it, Mr. Carter.
Yeah.
With the little thing in the back. Yeah, exactly. So, you realize this system is, and then again, talked about it today. Do we see a situation if we don't get this taken care of, you go back to being penalized for pre-existing health conditions?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
So you had that first heart attack.
Yeah.
Hey, fam, that second one.
We
ain't
can't.
covered it.
We actually we getting ready to kick you off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can get the care, but you're gonna
All
go
over
get
again.
it.
Yeah.
And then everybody always get nervous because if they know they uninsured, they're not sure they getting the best care.
Right.
Are you
And
really
then
gonna
that,
save
and
me?
it's
No,
level of
no
care.
money.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
I don't know. So we in precarious times.
Oh,
This is the thing too. I just talked about this with a friend, but why would you even want a doctor or a nurse or anyone in the healthcare field to care for you if they have such a big issue with, other races? Period.
You'd be surprised how many of them are, in fact, in healthcare.
We know, I get that, but I'm saying out loud, watching these people, protest against, we don't want to serve these people and this and that. Why would you even want that type of person caring for you?
Yeah.
But you know what? I think it goes to a
yeah,
bunch of things. Why do you move into neighborhoods where you're not one?
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
Oh.
I just got done reading an article in the paper. His brother married to a white female. They bought 5 acres of land in one of these little Wisconsin suburban rural areas, and they haven't been able to build a house because they keep coming up with zoning ordinances,
Fines.
and so this brother, his kids, when they moved over there, or when they were planning to move over there, his kids was 5 and 6 years old. These kids are now teenagers. This man been fighting this long.
Wow.
And I'm like, at some point, bro, this ain't about principle no more.
Right.
Maintain your health and your sanity.
Mm-hmm.
And then you live there. And the people, and they quoted this. People have openly called them niggas and out their names. So you live there, you bring your why put your children
In harm's way.
back?
Yep. Yeah.
Why?
Mhm.
So you think they're gonna end up figuring out, oh my God, Dorian's
Right.
oh my God, I didn't realize it, but he's adorable. He's amazing. It's yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's been
Autumn's
real.
got an exit stage left. Thank you, bro.
Yeah. But so that part, when you watch it, it's just why are we doing it?
Yeah. I totally agree with what you said. It's at some point, okay, just what, just wrap it up. And I get it.
Like the big cases where we had to integrate public school.
Mhm.
So you got Ruby Bridges, whose parents make the decision. They get ready to put their 6-year-old child in the situation where you going into a school, you got people screaming, you got the U.S. Marshals that got to come in and escort this baby to school, and then later to find out that child sat in the classroom for a year by herself with her teacher.
Yeah.
Now, on one hand, you better be the coolest thing moving
Because you getting the best education.
best education in the world. But the isolation and everything that goes with that.
Correct.
I had Denise McNair, sister Lisa McNair, on my radio show last week. She is the sister. Denise McNair was one of the 4 girls that was killed in the 16th Street bombing in Birmingham. And what they don't say, is like the condition of some of these children's bodies, because they were down in the basement when the bomb went off, horrific. And so she was saying that her parents had been trying for years to have children and kept miscarrying. So when they finally had Denise, the child that's killed in the bombing, this is like a guy.
Oh yeah.
Only for her to get to be 11 and then get killed in this way. So they ultimately end up having her a year, I think she said a year and a day to the day of the bombing. But then they make a decision to put her in a predominantly white school district. And I'm like, so these people don't kill one of your kids.
Right.
And I said that to her on my show. I said, I don't know how they did. It's Mom. You can't get to it.
I'm not going to give you a second chance. Yeah.
But there are folks that will tell you if these fights are not fought, nothing changes.
True.
So I applaud the people that's willing to do it, but it's not gonna never be. Not on housing. When I go to bed at night, I need to be able to go sleep.
Yeah.
I don't want to worry about nobody throwing nothing through my window. When I drive home, I want my son being stopped, my grandkids being stopped. I'm not going to do that. Now, there's some other folks. I salute you. But workplace discrimination, all of that, yeah, I'll fight you all day long.
Oh yeah.
But it's just something to be said about not being able to be comfortable in your house. It's something to be said. And you hope that we get to a point where we can cross these bridges and people know how to treat each other decently and with respect. But people have paid some hell of a price.
Oh yes.
For us to end up back here.
Yes.
Because they let a racist get in the way.
And that's the sad part about it. It's like all that work, all the sacrifice. My grandmother, I just always think about it. My grandmother and my great grandmother had a good relationship with both. They were here living and having to see this. It's like y'all went through hell and back.
And it's going to be
to get us,
and to see how we respond to it.
Correct.
Because
correct.
I don't want to make martyrs out of people. Everybody didn't put their life on the line.
True.
Everybody didn't
True.
march, but the majority of them did.
Yes.
And if they didn't do it that way, they said, all right, we're going to keep going to work so we can fund the march.
Right.
We can make sure that King can pay for a hotel and so.
We're going to use our car, lend our cars.
Yeah, so we'll figure out ways to be of help.
Yeah.
One of the things that was said earlier, we got to get a handle. When I say we, I'm talking about Black people. We got to get a handle on the stuff that we can control.
Yes.
We can control education to an extent in our home. But we're sending young people out here ill prepared. And as I tell people all the time, when I was raising my son, I was like, I'm raising this cat to be a soldier. And what do I mean by that? Somebody that's able to fight for himself and his family. Somebody that's able to help this community. You ain't out here just parlaying. You got a nice life. You go to a good school. You go travel. No, that's not how I see life. Because what do people say? It's the cost that, you pay to be on this earth. Way too many of our folks perished and lived horrific situations.
Yes.
And it wasn't just so we could kick it.
Right.
It was so we can make sure that we brought everybody, as many, because everybody don't want to come. Some folks you're going to have to leave behind. I get that. But we are not training children today like we are training them to be a credit to the race, to help the race. I tell people I've started to say stuff like they used to describe Thurgood Marshall as a race man. Like unequivocally. You knew if you came in the room, we was talking about some Black stuff. We was on black, blackity, black, black. And people can be offended by that. But during the time that they lived in, it was necessary.
Exactly.
And I am a person, I think about race constantly because I understand how it is used, leveraged, abused, played. pimped
In everything.
parlayed,
In everything.
all the time.
Yeah, in everything.
And I got a grandson that now has to come up through the system.
Yes.
I got a responsibility to try to right some of this. And so, yeah, I'm sorry. I don't understand when we sit back. I'm gonna spend $200 on gym shoes. I'm gonna spend $500, $700 on games. I'm gonna give you $40 for Roblox every payday, every 2-3 days.
Yeah.
But I'm not making sure you can read, man.
Michelle, I think, was that this week or was that last week? My heart broke when you said that 14-year-old boy called and reached out to you because he was saying, I know I can't read and I need help. 14.
And
what are we doing?
And that you basically, because I didn't know him, he listened to the show.
Listen to the show. Yeah.
So the fact that, and I know people feel like they know you because they watch you in
Yes.
their house in the morning.
I mean, likewise. I feel
get
that, yeah.
And so I get that part. But on another hand, I'm still a stranger. You got all these adults around you, and nobody is peeping that you need help.
Nobody. Can't nobody tell you can't read?
And nobody's trying to figure it out because somebody know you can.
Yes.
But we're not gonna do the extra steps to figure it out. And that's why, and I know the black church get tired. I know they do. Anytime something going, people, where the black church at? Where the black church at?
Well, we were such a cornerstone in our communities. That's why.
It's one of the places that things, organizing can happen.
Correct.
Things can happen to move our community forward. And I mentioned the 16th Street Baptist Church in Birmingham. They saw Birmingham bombing him.
Mm-hmm.
Churches did get bombed. They did get attacked. But it was one of the things that we actually owned.
Yes.
A lot of our wealth is tied up in the churches.
Mm-hmm.
But these churches, if you don't have like a school arm onto your building, you open on Sunday and you open for choir rehearsal.
Wednesday night Bible study. Don't forget that.
Bibles, okay. And since COVID, that might be online.
That may virtual. Yeah. Yeah.
What a waste of real estate.
Mm-hmm.
So we got all these people. You could be running mentoring programs. As I tell people all the time, if you don't do nothing but make sure your squad is good.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody in this church, these kids can read, bring them in here. What's the literacy test that we need to do?
Mm-hmm.
We gonna make sure that these children are good. Like one of the things I used to say a long time ago, churches, like how many churches have ever actually put a kid through college? They may have something on it. I got a book scholarship.
Yeah.
We gonna give everybody $200, $250. Give everybody $500. But how many of them have said at least one child every 4 years? And I'm stretching. I'm cut you some slack. We'll get educated in this church. And I could do that for other organizations and other outlets, but what can we do to help us?
Mm-hmm.
And then to honestly ask that question, are we doing all that we can do?
And it takes, and I tell as a parent myself, it doesn't take a whole lot for you to sit down and read a book with your child. I do it to my kids all the time. My daughter's 21, my son is 15. They start reading something, they start, stop, read it again. Because that is not what I taught you. It's not how I taught you how to read.
And reading for comprehension.
Yes.
So that you understand.
And then tell me what it is that you just read back to me.
I mean, and when you think about the way we have gotten out of our circumstance, coming out of slavery, out of post-Reconstruction, when folks decided, that 12 years of Black people getting elected to office, when we end slavery, we start the period of Reconstruction. Okay, Reconstruction slavery ends in 1865.
Correct.
Technically, by the time everybody find out.
Yeah.
And so this period of Reconstruction lasts for about 12 years. And that's that period when folks like, okay, we're going to kind of be fair. So you get your very first Black person to be elected to the United States Senate, brother by the name of Hiram Revels. Mm-hmm. But to show you how this whole thing works, Barack Obama was only the 6th Black man to be elected, or Black person to be elected to the United States Senate.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So Hiram Revels, whose great granddaughter actually ran Milwaukee Child Welfare, Denise Revels Robinson.
What?
That was Hiram Revels' granddaughter.
Wow.
She looked just like her.
Wow. Milwaukee history.
Yeah, and like literally because I knew who Hiram Revels was. He was the president of Alcorn State University. Because I knew who he was. Anytime I see a woman who does not let go of her maiden name,
Mm-hmm.
she makes her maiden name basically her middle name.
Mm-hmm.
I always ask the question, why? What's going on that you held on to that name? And so, but I knew what he looked like too. And Denise favored him. And one day I was at a training and she was one of the facilitators. And I walked up and I said, "Can I ask you a question?" She was like, "Yeah." "Are you related to Hiram Revels?" She was like, "That's my I think it was her great grandfather."
Oh, wow.
She was like, "Yeah." I was like, I swear to God, I knew it. Because the name is an odd name. And you look like this cat.
Yeah.
But he was number one.
Mm-hmm.
Barack Obama was 6 in his time in the Senate.
Mm-hmm.
We can still count on 2 hands the number of Black senators that we have had in Congress.
Right. Yeah. And then what? Cory Booker is the what?
So I got to remember how Kamala and Cory fall in here.
Yeah, because they
But
what in the
Kamala
same
comes
year
in
they got elected together?
today. I think they may
Was
have
it?
came in.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
we and then when Raphael comes in,
Yeah. Pastor Warnock.
We
Yeah.
hit 10. I think we hit 9 or 10 at that point.
Mm-hmm.
So you have this period of reconstruction, and Black folks are helping make laws. They're getting elected, but it was via education that we able to turn these things around.
Yes.
And it is one of those things that will be a saving grace now, if we willing to do that work. But we got too many cats walking around here. You can't read me.
Yeah. Yeah. Or you can sort of read, but you can't comprehend what it is that you just.
I mean,
you can't even you can't even tell me what it is that you just read.
And now that we've made it harder for kids to get in school, because we get rid of affirmative action in higher education, and people are now, Harvard has seen the Black enrollment drop, like crazy, but the Asian enrollment has gone up like crazy. And I keep trying to tell people, please don't confuse that with intelligence, because that's not what that's about
at all.
It's about access, money, opportunity to be able to go. So Harvard had a program where if your family's income was $40,000 or less, but you were eligible academically to get in Harvard, you could go to Harvard. But that was a program intended for underrepresented, which typically means kids of color.
Yes.
To be able to go. So when they say Asian enrollment went up and Black enrollment went down, and then white people or other people sitting on the side like, see, we told you Asians were smarter, whites were smarter, Blacks was taking up seats. No, I can't afford to go to Harvard.
Correct.
I'm colder than everybody up in there.
Correct.
I can't afford to go to Harvard. It's different for other people. We got people paying for Asian kids and foreign kids to go to high school from other countries in some of these rural communities. And school districts are backfilling their budget off wealthy people from other countries, sending their
kids
children to high school.
Wow.
In this state. And they're paying tuition like they pay tuition at a university. Look it up.
Didn't know that.
Look it up. Learned that while I was in the Senate. But that there are high schools in which, and that's so like while Trump is like cutting visas and telling people who can't come, I'm paying attention who he's messing with and targeting, because there are rural districts in Wisconsin. They have dorms. They have turned factories in different places into dorms, and these kids are coming in and going to school in Wisconsin and in other parts of the country.
Wow. Now that's deep. Never heard anybody even mention or come close to anything saying anything.
Google
like
it, look it up. We definitely have.
Wow.
We definitely have. So as we were talking about, what they say, nobody's coming to save us. We definitely gonna have to like tighten up our own house and tighten up our own game. That's why you start talking about like what we do with our money. What I thought about the people in Jamaica.
Oh, yes.
And
They saying that storm is going to be worse than Katrina or
Yeah.
stronger than
Yeah.
Katrina. I'm like,
they had already had like 7 people dead before he had got buck wild over there.
God.
And when I visited, one of the first things I'm asking questions is like, how much money do y'all make? The amount of money was abysmal. So when people say,
Mhm.
well, you need to leave, you need to get out, with what? And I'm
only making $20 a week. Like, what? How do you expect me
I got
to?
no gas money.
Right.
That's what happened in Katrina.
Yeah.
Y'all need to leave. With what?
How? Where? Where am I go?
With what? I'm broke.
Yeah.
I don't even have a car that's decent enough to drive 300 miles to get me out of the area. With what? And then once I get out of the area, where I'm going?
Right.
I don't have money for a hotel, food. What? And so I did. Those people have been on my mind all day because we also have a country that is not willing to step up and help people.
And help them. Correct. Didn't Wisconsin just get denied some additional FEMA help?
Wisconsin was denied
by our federal government.
So we got like $120 something million that went to individuals and businesses. So if your home was flooded, you need to call FEMA and like, hey, I lost my washing machine.
Right. People were
getting those.
I got to get that right.
But there were 6 counties that filed for FEMA assistance because the public infrastructure. So stuff that's owned by the county, owned by the state, owned by the municipalities got damaged.
Right.
Right. Whether it's roadways buckled or
bridges,
buildings,
underpasses, all that. Yeah.
These are governments that already, Milwaukee County is out right now talking about we $46 million in the hole. We got to figure out where we're going to find $46 million.
Right.
Our damages was $22 million in Wisconsin. Where we going to get that money from? So you apply to FEMA. And FEMA typically will give dollars to help public infrastructure. Donald Trump said no.
Oh, we're a blue state. Well, we're technically purple, but
yeah. And I knew at some point he was gonna stick it to us.
Oh yes, definitely.
Yeah, didn't even blink. No.
Yeah, definitely.
And then people like, but you just gave $40 billion to Argentina.
40 billion. It was 20 at first, right?
Right.
First went out 20, and then all of a sudden 20 more.
Like, well, I mean, no, Michelle, was a currency exchange. Yeah, but their money is worth 56 cents on our dollar. So we did a currency exchange with the people that are actually the competitors of the farmers in our country right now. And farmers have been saying something.
Yes, because they getting screwed again.
Shut these people up and appease them. Do $3 billion in grants to farmers, and some of these farmers are like, I already lost my stuff. I'm in foreclosure.
Right. It's like,
and if I'm able to do something, if you didn't get that mess straightened out when you went to China or went overseas, China is our biggest purchaser of soybeans. But after you put ridiculous tariffs on China's like, man, I ain't got to mess with y'all
at all.
I can go way over here, right over there. Oh, Argentina, y'all sell soybeans. Donald Trump, you gonna give Argentina $40 billion? Like, you cannot make this stuff up.
Nope.
You cannot make it up
at all.
So I was waiting to see what the outcome was of these conversations. Will we get some kind of truce? Will prices go back down? I had somebody on my show yesterday who said she bought a carton. I'm sorry. It was an 18-count pack of eggs in Milwaukee. 12. There was the brown eggs. They wasn't organic. They just was brown eggs. For $12.99 for 18 eggs.
That's wild.
Or 18 eggs.
That's wild.
So.
Well, since we local real quick, we're going to close out on this one.
Okay.
I got to ask you this question.
Yes, sir.
I'm hearing rumors. I don't know how true they are. I heard this from, I don't know if you want to call him reliable source, but this individual tells me that Mandela Barnes is pushing to push his bid in for governor. For what I'm hearing, people ain't liking that too much. What's your take on that?
So the New York Times dropped an article. They actually contacted me
Oh,
for the article. They ended up not going with my quotes,
okay.
which I think was a better strategy. Because one of the things I said to the New York Times reporter when he called, I said, "Oh, this is gonna be a hit job." I did, and I said this as somebody who did not support Mandela when he ran for lieutenant governor, because I did not feel that he had the receipt.
And you've made that clear. Anybody listening to you would know, why you said it.
So mad with me.
Oh yeah, that was when he lost. They was mad with you.
Me in the barbershop. I bet not see in the alley. See me. But first of all, it was a mistake when he ran against Lincoln as a 2-term person in the assembly who had never passed a single bill and not demonstrated that he could work across the aisle to get anything done. And you try to take out one of the most effective Black or white legislators that we have had. So that was
proof is in the pudding.
Who had 100 bills under her bill. So it was just ignorant. But I believe you let white folks, in Shorewood, Sandy Passion, them whole little crew of women push you up to run against Lena. It could have been some different people, but they was here. So that was bad. So then, you get into the lieutenant governor's race, and it's only 2 people in that race on the Democratic side.
Right.
Kober, Mandela. Kurt, to me, wasn't really trying that hard, and it was easy to see Mandela coming out ahead. But once you win that primary, now all you're doing is riding the coattail of the governor into office.
Right. You ain't got to do much.
One of the things I'm looking for Mandela, like, okay, you got this platform as lieutenant governor of the state. How does that help our community? What does that look like? Now, people didn't like it, but I never got over it that he didn't come to Black Talk Radio in a timely manner. I had to clown. And he never came to my show. Well, but that's neither here nor there.
Okay, right.
But you gonna come somewhere. I thought that he took the Black community for granted. He was too busy trying to white people putting out these commercials about peanut butter and wearing these damn plaid shirts. It was just too much. But
and the peanut butter sandwich.
Yeah, but even with that, and I didn't like the way the Democrats cleared the field for him to be able to.
Everybody just started dropping off. I know what that was.
Everybody dropping.
Yeah.
Galuski, who had just said, "I'm in it to the end."
Yeah.
And you drop out.
She gone, right?
What's his name? Alex Lazarus. You got enough money balling to be around, so you don't want to be around no more. You drop out. They cleared the field. Okay, fine. Because people kept trying to treat Mandela like he was the next coming of Obama. But bruh, you standing up telling people you graduated from college and they find out you lied. Like all of that was irritating to me. But now we're at a situation where you're talking about running for governor. But you got a viable candidate in David Crawley.
Yes.
In that David Crawley, he didn't have the experience when he ran for county supervisor, but he got it.
I was like, he sure got it now. He surely got it now.
He got it now.
Yeah.
This man is the only other person, or the only person in this race that's managed a $1.34 billion, municipality body of government.
Yeah.
He's the only one that does it, has done it.
Yeah.
There's no candidate in the race that has his receipts right now.
Correct.
And so while I said to the New York Times, I said, look, because they were trying to get me to say that Mandela shouldn't run. I'm never going to say it.
You run all day if you want to.
You get to do whatever you want to. That's the beauty of being in America.
Yeah.
Is it the wise thing to do? Then that's a different question.
Correct.
Now, if you want to ask me, Michelle, do you think it's wise for him to run? I got an answer for you. But if you're going to ask me, should he run? I don't have an answer for you. Or it's not going to be the answer you want. But he's only 38 years old. This young brother could salvage his political situation. Because see, at some point, you're going to be a serial candidate.
Right.
And if you get too many losses under your belt, the money's not going to come.
Correct.
Now, supposedly, we had heard that there was $1 million waiting in the coffers for outside donors to help him run. But if it were me and I was him, I wouldn't do it. You know, don't burn up your capital. And now you getting ready to split the black vote.
Yep.
And then it doesn't look good because a lot of people are saying, number one, black voters have never been his base really. It's been white progressives. And so you don't want to be seen as the brother who is like, well, white folks gonna get me across the finish line. You don't want to be that dude. You don't want to be that dude. You do not want to be that guy.
It's the reason why he lost against Ron Johnson, honestly.
I mean, you just don't want, like Tony Evers did better in Milwaukee than Mandela did.
It was the reason
You
for that.
don't want to be that guy.
Yes.
But
Yes.
you have the ability to do and be, you know, I'm not gonna say great, but you got the ability to do well.
Mhm.
But you got to make strategic decisions that are yours.
Yes.
And
Didn't have an office here in Milwaukee,
no,
which was I thought was crazy. I'm like, bro, you say you from 53206?
dude, when you marching
What?
in the Juneteenth parade with two white girls holding your flag pose, like, bro, come on now.
Something is
Come
yeah.
on.
Yeah.
And then, you know, we get at Tony Evers, Senator Taylor. Tony Evers' staff put out a photo. It's all white folks and one Hispanic working in his office. He got a chief of staff and like 4 deputy chiefs of staff. Now all these people, not a person of color in the crowd, but one Hispanic one. So Lena gets at the Evers, you know, team when they meet with the Senate, and she's like, "Hey, where the black folks at? Where the people of color at?"
Mm-hmm.
His chief of staff, we hired the most qualified people.
Oh, here we go.
So we look, you know, at the Mandelas and other folks in the room. There's only 2 black people in the room besides Lena. And like, y'all good with this? And people like, I'm fine with it. How you fine with it?
Right. Right.
Because black people helped get Tony Evers across the finish line.
We did.
How you fine with it? And so I'm not interested in sending people that's not going to fight for me. I'll fight Ron Johnson myself. But I'm not sending you and paying you $180,000, which is what he would have made for 6 years.
Mm-hmm.
And you didn't fight for me here in Milwaukee. And when you don't think you got to come talk to me, and I don't mean me, Michelle Bryant, I mean me, black folks. Because dude was not coming.
No, he didn't.
He wasn't coming.
Nope. He didn't.
He had to be dogged. He wasn't coming. And so that's why I was telling bros that was hot with me. Bam. You hot with me about somebody that wasn't even coming for you. Wasn't looking for you.
Mm-hmm.
Just assumed you was going to be there.
Mm-hmm.
So if it was me and I was advising Mandela, no, I wouldn't want to see you run. Figure out strategically what's the best career path and lane for you. Because you got supporters. You got people that want to see you do well.
Mm-hmm.
You got a whole white cheerleading section that, you know, created a whole job for you. Power to the polls, just made up a job for you.
Yeah.
You got people that want to support you. Parlay it and do something for real.
Mm-hmm.
But getting in that governor's race, and you're going to tear up the state.
Yeah.
That's my opinion.
Okay. And I think your opinion is like that a lot of folks have.
From what
I
New York Times article dropped.
From what I'm hearing, yeah,
they burnt them on social media.
So I'm gonna say
I
the
didn't
same
agree
thing.
with all of it, but I understood it.
Yeah, just don't do it, man. Right now, because we do have a chance. I'm gonna put my hat behind David right now.
And that David thing is if we've only had 2 people to win statewide race, and I really only count Val Phillips because Mandela rode Evers' coattail.
Right.
Val stood on her own and won, but they thought she was a dude too. They thought she was white.
Right, because of the name.
It Val.
Yeah.
It did say, what's her name? Belvalia, something like that. It didn't say all of that. But you know, I just and I wish this brother no ill will, no harm.
Likewise.
But I don't want to see you destroy your political career doing this. It's gonna be hard for David. David ain't no shoe in.
No.
And you know, he just as dark as he can be.
Yeah.
You know, all this progressive nonsense. Mandela was like, you know, lighter, look more Obama-ish, and like people like Michelle, I cannot believe you're talking colorism. Yes, hell I am.
It's a real thing.
Yes, I am.
What you
Colorism
talking,
is
right?
real.
Yes.
You know, and
yes.
David is likable, and he, you know, because when they was trying to compare shit, him and Chevy,
Mm-hmm,
you know, who's the better candidate between him and Chevy?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like David, because he got the friendly.
Yeah.
You know, Chevy kind of stiff, and you know, hi, Kevin Johnson. You know, it's like
Too damn old.
he's stiff, good guy, but
Yeah.
he's stiff.
Yeah.
And you know, so that's nonsense about who you want to have a beer with.
Yeah.
But the only thing I think is going to help David is because of who's in the race.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The current lieutenant governor,
Sarah Rodriguez.
Sarah Rodriguez, and she's not Hispanic. Please, let's stop.
It's her husband.
Her husband
Is
is
Hispanic. Yeah.
But Sarah Rodriguez had only been in the assembly for 9 months when she announced she was running for lieutenant. Ma'am, I appreciate, you know, I do. But I just respect folks that do that work and learn state government
Mm-hmm.
and don't think you know everything there is to know. Like if Tony Evers had a heart attack and dropped dead, we would have had a chick who had only been in the assembly. In the assembly for 9 months, become the governor. Like y'all don't even know where the bathroom's at yet in the building. I'm not trying to be messed up.
Yeah, it's true though.
But you know, so you got to have, and Kelda Royce is in the race. I have worked with Kelda Royce.
Okay.
In the Senate. She is brilliant.
Okay.
I think she's extremely smart.
She's running for governor?
She's running for governor.
Okay.
But Kelda
Okay.
Royce, she ran for governor in the last race.
Okay.
But Kelda Royce had to take out a second mortgage on her house.
Oh wow.
So I'm like, Kelda,
You about to tell her?
huh?
You about to tell her?
It was in the news. Oh yeah, no, this was public because you have to disclose all your financial stuff. Yeah, so no,
Wow.
no, it was in the paper. And I just saw her at the Freedom Fund dinner, and I had this conversation with her because I really like Kelda. But I'm like, Kelda, is the money gonna be there?
Mm-hmm.
You know, and if people think you can't raise the money for this race, our Supreme Court races, the most
That was
expensive
the
races
I
in the history of this country.
never seen
The
it like
last
that
two.
before. Yeah, yeah,
The last two,
yeah.
the most expensive races in the history of this country, millions of dollars.
For the sandwich and Crawford.
And,
yeah. Man,
and so I'm
yeah.
looking at Kelda, like Kelda, can you raise this money, man?
Mm-hmm.
Because the message with no money, you be
Ain't-
talking to yourself.
It ain't getting far. Ain't getting far.
Francesca Hall, she's in the race. She's in the assembly.
Okay. Some of these names I haven't heard.
Her stuff drops, and it's profanity laced.
Oh, see.
Like she sent out text messages announcing her campaign. Yeah, I ain't the one to F with. I'm about to F and change things. You know, the F, the F, the F. What was
Yeah.
Was you high when you sent this out? Like
What?
what is this? I mean, it was like FF, the FF. Like, I thought I was doing a rap song. Like, what is you doing? So yeah, you know. So I think that David and they're like they're looking at the polling, and they're talking about how David is doing in the polling. So in the article that the New York Times wrote, they said that Mandela would have been the front runner if he got in, but he would have been the front runner with white people.
Anyway, right.
With white people,
Right. Right.
But could you pull it across the finish line?
Sounds
So-
like another topic for the
Yeah.
Yeah. So we thank y'all for tuning in. Michelle Bryan has came to my couch again and sat with us. So we thank you
Yeah,
again.
man, you got me up in here.
Yeah, I got you. We gonna try to get you back again.
I coming back.
Yeah, you coming back.
I
She
get in
coming
trouble
back.
every time I come on your spot.
You do?
Every time.
Who get you? Who be getting you?
You act like people don't watch me.
I know they watch you.
My phone been pinging while I've been sitting here. I've been hearing it. So I already know. But go ahead. But
Yeah,
I
but-
appreciate the invite.
Oh, of course. But thank you again. Thanks everybody for tuning in this evening. Follow us again next week, Tuesday. We're gonna come back and do a repeat of this conversation as it keeps going on. Y'all stay safe and let me say stay woke, right?
Stay woke.
Stay